I used to run a 5k in over 30 minutes and look like this. About 3 years later, I ran a marathon in 2 hours 28 minutes and I'm a lot less overweight. I'm not a personal trainer or a nutrition expert and I've got nothing to sell. This is just what I think helped me. Honestly, the biggest thing at the start was losing the weight. The version of me from 3 years ago wasn't running a 2:28 marathon even with perfect training, so the first focus was just getting into decent shape. That meant dieting a lot and lifting weights 4 times a week on a push-pull legs full body split. Running was just something I did a couple times a week, very casual. Each week I'd go a bit further, which was enough progress. I wasn't chasing performance at all back then, so being in a calorie deficit didn't really matter. I also had plenty of energy stored as fat, so it's not like I was running on empty. I signed up for a marathon fairly early on, and by that point I was happy enough with how I looked to shift my focus from fat loss to performance. Around then was the first time I actually fueled properly for a run. I remember thinking I'd unlocked something illegal, felt like running with jet boosters. I was running 4 times a week, 1 interval session, 2 easy runs and 1 long run with some marathon pace in it. I ran 2:57 in my first marathon. After that I moved away from the marathon and focused on shorter distances. Over about 6 months I dropped my 5k from 19 minutes to 16:04. To do that I actually reduced mileage, still 4 runs a week, but it was 1 interval session where I absolutely rinsed myself, 1 tempo run and 2 easy runs, with one of them being slightly longer. I can't say for sure, but I think that period moved me forward more than another marathon block would have done. After that it was mostly about building mileage. 14 weeks later I ran 2:30 and then followed that with 2:28 in Valencia. Looking back, the thing that moved the needle the most for me wasn't some perfect plan, it was how obsessed I became with training once I started seeing results. Call it discipline if you want, but for me it isn't that. I wouldn't say that I train because I'm disciplined, I would say that I train because I hate the feeling of not training. If I was actually disciplined, I'd probably listen to the physio when he tells me to take 2 weeks off, which I don't. Anyway, that's how I went from fat to fit in under 2 minutes.